How much value can be created in 5 days? The answer we calculated is 100 million. We did an experiment in Shanghai some time ago. Each of the 10 companies came to the scene with a problem that had been bothering them for a long time. 5 days later, all 10 questions are available. Solution. Each company uses ARI to create a set of tailor-made software. How to do it and why it can create so much value. Share this video with you. 1. Good idea. Why is it difficult to land? Imagine a scene like this. You have an idea. Once this idea is made, the company can earn 2 million more, but let it fall to the ground. You have to make a set of software first, so you go to it. But it tells you, the demand I have is already scheduled for next year. Okay, then go outside and find a software company. As a result, the other party asked for 5 million. Construction period half a year. In order to earn an extra 2 million, spend 5 million first. It's not cost-effective no matter how you calculate it. At this time, you may be thinking, then just buy a ready-made software. The price turned out to be cheaper, but its process doesn't match your idea. So in the past, it was not easy for enterprises to want to build a set of software. Find someone to customize. Good effect, but too expensive. Buy ready-made, low price, but I can only make do with it. So there are many problems that are worth solving. So it was shelved. Why is writable software so troublesome? Because of the past code. It all depends on programmers to write line by line. Slow to write. It's more troublesome to change. After all, the demand only needs to change a little bit. There are many things I have written before, or maybe I have to start over again, so I want to adjust it. Can requote. Revent. This logic. Nothing has changed in decades until AA learned to write code. It used to cost $5 million for half a year. Software that can be made. Now the cost may be less than 1/10. Talking about development costs. Counterattack is not that expensive. Demand does not need to be determined at one time. Business has changed. Software can also follow suit. So companies have a third option. Self-built. But is this road feasible? Software written by ARI. Can it really solve the company's problems? In order to find the answer, we decided to do an experiment. Help 10 companies in 5 days. Let's see if we can solve the problems that have been bothering us for a long time. Turn it into a truly usable software. 2. Find the problem on the first day. 10 companies participating. There are 3 types of people coming to every house. Founder. Business leader. It. Why? It understands technology. The person in charge understands the process. And that question is worth 2 million or more. It's usually in the founder's head. The first day of the trip begins. We didn't start writing code right away. After all, code is becoming less and less valuable. ARI can also write faster and better. However, ARI just writes answers faster. But before giving the answer, you have to find the right topic first. The question is wrong. There is no point in doing it any faster later. Can we really talk about it? We just discovered most of the problems brought by the 10 companies are not problems, but wish. I want to improve organizational efficiency. This is wish. Which process is causing the problem? Which indicator should be improved by how much? After solving, how much more money can you make or save in the next 3 years? These can be said to be light, but they can be considered light. That's the problem. What to do? Grind. Grinding every family. Ask one wish after another. Yoja education chain. Want to be an ARI superstore manager? Let's just ask. The recording equipment is not ready yet. Do you record with your mobile phone first? Upload several times a day. When to upload? Convert to text in 1 minute. How much does it cost? Asked here. ARI Superstore Manager started from a wish. Become a person who can design, can calculate costs. A hands-on problem, of course, after finding the problem, does not mean you can write code immediately. We also need to turn problems into needs, then turn requirements into designs. At this time, you need to hire 2 digital employees to help. The first digital employee is called PRD Master. He is responsible for constantly asking who will use it, when to use, what to do if an accident occurs. Turn the problem into a clear product requirement. The second one is called Design Master. He then turns the requirements into page processes and technical architecture. This is how the first day ends. There is no coding involved. 3. Write the test first the next day. Early the next morning. There are dozens of pages lying on the screen. Will I finally be able to write code next? Not yet. Write a test first. Why? Because ARI writes code and always wants to hand in the homework as soon as possible. If there is no test, he just needs to make something that looks usable. It's possible to stop. So before he does it, you must first write down the acceptance criteria one by one. This is the third digital employee. TDD Master. Go here. 3 things are needed to be considered complete. The requirements document tells the ARI what to do. Design plan tells ARI what to do. Test force to check if the ARI is doing it right. Then we give them all to the ARI and issue an order. Go. Next, people go to 8. ARI can do its own work. Write your own code and run your own tests. Not test it. Just continue to modify until run through. This is called loop engineering. Give the ARI a goal. Let it loop to arrive on its own. List released at noon. Some groups ran out more than 30,000 lines of code. Some groups have created more than 40 pages. Then you can buy a server. Deployment is online. In this way, every company, there is a system that can be opened. From an idea to a system that works with just one click. 2 days. I can clearly feel it. Everyone involved in the experiment was happy, even inspiring. 4. The third day. Towards production tools. On the third day, chaos arises. Some teams, 7 computers, 7 sets of things ran away. Every set looks useful, can be put together. No one knows anyone. This is when collaboration is needed, and this may be the hardest level in the 5 days. What to do divided into 3 floors. First floor, how does one change? Change every little piece. Just save a block photo. This action is called commit submit, just like changing an article. Every time a manuscript is saved, just one more chance to regret it changed. 4 bad can be returned at any time. Second floor, how can a group of people change the code? Cannot be scattered in. Each computer must be put into the same cloud warehouse. There is a main line in the warehouse that is the genuine version recognized by everyone. Want to change? Pull out your own branch first. After making the changes, apply for merging. This is GitHub. Everyone can work at the same time. It won't mess up the original version. Third floor, how can everyone use it together? Put the latest version on the main line. Deploy to server. Founders and business leaders start trial. The numbers are wrong. The process is reversed. One button is missing. What to do? Open a work order. It claim repair merge customs order. Someone is responsible for everything. Everyone can be seen by everyone. That's it. 7 sets of things finally turned into a set can be used together. A system that can be modified together. And from toys, a watershed moment to production tools. Also on this day, repeated polishing. On the 4th day. On the 4th day, we no longer hand over new tools. The next step is to repeat the same set of actions on the 3rd day. Found a problem and opened a work order. After making changes, continue. This is how the system was polished piece by piece. In this process, we have summarized 2 sets of experiences. The first, layered thinking. There is a decoration company. Split the fraud detection system into 3 layers. The lowest level is to check compliance. Look at quality, smaller skills than data. In the middle is a digital employee made up of several skills. For example, a forensic auditor, review specialist. At the top is a complete set of fraud review processes that connect digital employees. In this way, wherever there is a problem, we can correct it. No need to overthrow the whole system. A bad system is a ball of yarn. Migration activates the whole body. A good system is a box of Lego. Which piece is broken? Second, wrestling early. There is a company that provides reading courses for teenagers. Fugu has always relied on the founder's touch. As soon as good comments appear in the group, he will immediately catch up and chat. They originally thought they could let Ari generate marketing art. It wasn't until the 6th edition that I found out. What is really lacking is not painting skills, but the actual machine. Whenever an opportunity arises in the group, someone needs to follow immediately. It'll be cold if it's a minute late, so they overturn the front. Continue to work on the 7th edition. Failure becomes cheaper. Will change from cost to method. So the submission record for this day, extraordinarily spectacular. There is a team with 8 computers, burned all night. Some people are still submitting code at 2 or 3 in the morning. Someone didn't return to the room. Some people came the next day wearing pajamas. After 5 days, 10 teams submitted more than 900 times, wrote over 500,000 lines of code. You see, when you really want to solve a problem, no need for supervision at all. Morning of the 5th day, 10 companies took the stage one by one to share. Surprised. 5 days ago, what they brought was still vague wishes. Brought to the stage is a set of systems that can be used. But what really surprised me are these systems. Judgments made by people one by one. There was a CEO of You Have Zero Coding Foundation. There are 26 letters in English. But he privacy for the system. Sales conversations can only be viewed by yourself. Be seen in the previous episode. Why? Because once you can see the entire episode, employees will not use it for confidentiality reasons. Ability to write code. This is for business. Judgment on human nature. Just knowing what the system should do. What's more important? Know what a content e-commerce company. Originally, I wanted to solve the problem of full screen feel. Finally, developed a talent evaluation system. Originally, I wanted to develop project management software. Halfway through, The whole subject was overturned, replaced with an enterprise knowledge base. 5 days. The problems of 7 companies were narrowed. Turnover. Changed focus. There are 2 more. Just start over with derivation. The code is wrong. Ari can rewrite. But what problem should be solved? What rules can't be touched? It can only be judged by people. What did the last 5 days of experiments prove? I think it's not just Ari that can already write code. What's more important? When writing software becomes cheap, those issues that could not be settled in the past, I can finally do the calculation again. But Ari can make software. What problem should be solved? Why it's worth solving? It's still up to people to judge. So it's really valuable after 5 days. Not the 500,000 lines of code, but 10 companies. The problems finally identify. The day of profit. We have recalculated these issues. If solved, how much more money can you make in the future? How much money can be saved? A rough calculation. The total may exceed 100 million. Of course, this is just an estimate. How much can be cashed out in the end? Still have to hand it over to the company. Also give time, but at least it lets us see those who used to be because the cost was too high, and the question of being abandoned. It's definitely worth watching again. This experiment we will continue. If you in front of the screen are also interested, welcome to contact us. Follow Liu Ran.